Welcome to Big Blend Radio's Wine Time with Peggy show, featuring Peggy Fiandaca, who along with her winemaker husband Kurt Lawrence Dunham, owns and operates LDV Winery in Arizona. Ho, 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 it is December. We're going to be talking about the holidays, Christmas, it's Hanukkah, it's Kwanzaa, and then the big New Year's Eve. And I know Peggy knows all about making that black-eyed peas soup. Is that right?
Yep,
Black
black
bean
eyed
soup?
peas,
Black-eyed
black
peas?
eyed peas. It's not a soup, it's more like a
Stewy
stew,
thing.
maybe. Yeah. But yeah,
We need luck for the new year. I always feel that
oh,
way. I always
always,
feel that way.
always. Yeah, me too. Me too.
Well, it's interesting because as we're now in December, right? We're Thanksgiving is past and now we're getting into the holidays and there's so many different celebrations for different, traditions and beliefs. I'm one of those people who say just celebrate it all because,
Right.
it's more fun that way. And I have friends of different belief systems and I'm like, I'll step in your shoes for a day or two and maybe learn something new and taste something new. So it's a fun season. I know you are a party lover and you love to host and celebrate. So, do you look forward to this time of year, Peggy?
Oh, I love to celebrate anything, but yes, December, there's so many things to celebrate. Getting through the year successfully is always something to celebrate. Um, we're hosting all of our staff at our home in December to celebrate a wonderful year and a thank you to all of our staff. So we'll be cooking up a storm for them. And yeah, family have visiting, and no, December's a fun way to just to kind of not fret over entertaining, but just enjoy the people that you invite over and
Mm.
cook a meal for or have a party
Well,
with.
also the tasting room has got to be a little busier too because people are like, "Oh, what am I going to serve? Let me go taste some wine to see what I'm going to serve at a party or give as a
Right.
hostess gift or send as a gift." But also, a lot of our winter visitors are coming in. Some come in January, February, but a lot will be coming in now. So, are you excited to see familiar faces?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's a lot of fun. We host for private events at our tasting room, so someone could, do a semi-private event by buying out the interior of our space and having an event for their staff or friends. So we've already booked several of those. Or, they could buy out the entire property and have a great fun event. But yeah, and then, of course, people come into town to visit family, and I get to catch up with them. So it's a great time to get together.
It's fun. Now, how is the vineyard itself? Is it going? Because, we just drove through. We're in Tucson right now as we record this, which we're happy to be home in the West with the big open skies. But as we came through, it got chill. It's not like that right this second as we record, but we had some chill factor as we were coming through and some rain and we drove past Wilcox and we're waving and we're like,
Yeah.
I know we can't see you right now. We're in a hurry, but hello. And then I was thinking, how is the vineyard? Because didn't you get a little dusting of snow at one point this year already?
Oh gosh, the mountains behind me, the Chiricahua Mountains are filled with snow right now. So they have the tops
Oh,
of them are full of snow. We haven't had any snow in the vineyard, and we haven't had that much rain. So we're actually still watering our
mm,
vines until they go dormant. So it's kind of quiet in the actual vineyard. In January is when they'll be in full dormancy, and we'll do soil samples and determine what nutrients we might need to add in
mm.
January. But it's kind of quiet in the vineyard, just snow on the mountains. And
Oh,
yeah, it's
that's
pretty.
wild to hear. People don't think about that with Arizona, but I think Flagstaff got some snow too.
Oh,
Like even the
yes.
northern part and even Santa Fe, New Mexico. I had friends, travel writers were like, "Are you coming through?" I'm like, "I'm not driving through that. No,
Right.
done that."
Well, and I guess in before Thanksgiving, the Snow Bowl, which is the ski area up in northern Arizona, opened the earliest time ever they opened. So that's pretty exciting. So we've had quite a bit of snow so far.
I think it's exciting because it's good for the water table. That,
Absolutely.
we need that in Arizona. And So so the vineyard's all just chilling out. It's like I'm going to sleep for a
Yep,
while. You all feed me, water me, but just like I've done my work, leave me alone. I'm
right.
going to be like bears and hibernate for a bit. Not totally hibernate, but like, see you all. I'm out. I'm on vacation. And the tasting room is getting busier. Do you have events happening through December?
We do. There's something happening in Scottsdale, which is called Scott's Dazzle. And it's just a really fun event. They do a lot of activations on along the canal, which is right by us, our tasting room. They did a sing along, a holiday sing along, and a tree lighting ceremony, and just a fun night out on the weekends. You come wine tasting, go to dinner, and then stroll along the plaza looking at the holiday lights and things like that. It's just a really nice thing to do, or come in for the weekend. There's plenty of things to keep you busy all weekend long. Yeah,
I love that because Scottsdale, you've got art, you've got the downtown, you've got wine. Wine and art go
right,
hand in hand. So it makes it for like a nice shopping experience for people, which is something I know you want to talk about is gifts for wine lovers.
right.
So how about the first thing, wine?
Right, exactly. And oh my gosh, we just announced our holiday wine sale. So between now through December, at the end of the year, we have 40% off 6 bottles, and you can mix and
Wow.
match those, and 50% off cases of wine. So that's 12 bottles of select wines. So our Viognier, which is one you like, our white wine, the
The
Sky
baby.
Island, the Sky Island Viognier. I mean, if you buy a case of that at 50% off, that's $10 a bottle. Where
No
can you get
way.
them?
Whoa. And
Yes,
this is from a small winery,
a
family
small
run.
winery, high quality white wine at $10 a bottle. I would stock up on that and hold
Yeah.
it, to summertime, because that's what I call the pool pounder, which is just a wonderful, wonderful white wine. But our Grenache, which is, our 2016 Grenache, is tasting unbelievable, and that's on this sale. And it
Ooh.
retails for $32, and you get that, you buy a case of that at 50% off. It's like nothing.
Wow.
So we have the 2016 and the 2017 Grenache, both of them in some French oak. But then also on that sale, we have the 2015 Sky Island Petit Syrah, which is just fabulous. That Petit Syrah, it's Sky Island, so it's on neutral oak barrel, so it's not heavy oaked. Just is tasting incredible. Would be great for the holidays. But we also, you want to pair that with our 2016 Petite Syrah, which is on oak, and that's on the sale also. If you like Petite Syrahs, I would grab those.
Bring it to mama.
The Sky Island Petite Syrah retails for $25, and you buy a case of that half off. And then the 16 Petite Syrah is at $40, but still it's a fine wine, half off, it's $20. You can't buy that. And then of
Listen,
course,
I mean, I was telling people like, look, wine is the perfect stocking stuffer. It fits in a stocking. Like if
yeah,
you're doing a decent stocking, right?
right.
Do a decent stocking or don't do one. And then I'm looking at all my friends who celebrate Hanukkah and I'm like, so you get one gift per day. Well, that's a bottle of wine a day. So I'd be
There
loath
you
to get one
go.
cases because like if don't you think it should be a bottle a day? I'm just saying.
I like your thinking. That's
Yeah,
absolutely
you can
right.
add a candle if you want, and a
Yeah.
bottle, and some crackers and some cheese, but every single
Yeah.
day a different bottle of wine. So,
Oh,
see,
if you
so
have a
that's why
wine
the
lover,
cases are important.
If you have a wine lover on your list, I mean, they would be thrilled. And plus, it'd be fun. One of the things I tell people, if you want a unique experience for a wine lover, is give them a vertical tasting of the same grape varietal, but 3 different years, so that they can
Okay,
taste the difference between what the vintage changes
that's
from
cool.
year to year. So we have that example that you can get Petite Syrahs from 3 different years,
That's
or
amazing.
different, or how they're made.
Mhm.
Like particularly on our sale, we have the Sky Island Petite Syrah, which is all on neutral oak, and then the Petite Syrah that's also on sale, and that is aged. I can't recall how long, but it's like 30 months on American oak. So you get to taste Petite Syrah, which is the grape variety, made two totally different ways, and people can
Mm.
determine which they like better. It's fun.
Well, let's talk about who gets the wine because we've been doing a lot of shows about we've been playing QVC here on Big Blend Radio,
Ah,
and I'm into it. I almost want to open a shopping channel now because
yeah,
it's so cool because it's interesting hearing about who actually purchases what, right? So I like to me, I want to taste wine. I just anywhere in the world, I'll taste it.
right,
But to me, I think there's something, number one, your wine is special. You know that. And I think it's really special because of the volcanic soil that, and then the actual due diligence, the intensity of that due diligence that you and Kurt do in the winemaking and tasting process, which is that whole scientific thing that we just go, let me taste it and see what we think. But you guys have, the brains for this and the patience that goes into winemaking. Like that's why you have to have wine to make wine.
yeah,
Because-
yeah, yeah,
right? So, but actually gifting wine is an interesting thing. Number one, I always say is gift yourself first, right? It's the
yes,
same thing they say when you get the oxygen, when you get on an airplane, take care of yourself first. Gift yourself
yeah,
first. There's nothing wrong
yes,
with that. We're at the end of the year. And if you've had a cruddy year, look at the good instead. Forget the bad. It's
yeah,
past. Let's be in the
yeah,
present. We can reflect on the goodness and look at the goodness of 2025. No matter what's going on in the world, look at what is good, right? Wine helps us
right,
do that. So,
right.
gift yourself with what you like. Now look at who would buy wine, and enjoy wine in Arizona. So look at your friends list, your colleagues. I'm thinking realtors. Listen, coffee and cookies. A case of wine when you walk into your new home, hell yes. Boxes are coming and all that
Right,
stuff. And if you can sit among the boxes while you're opening boxes to get settled in your house and we should do a whole show on this real
right,
estate gifts. I want wine. I don't care about the coffee. I mean, I do
right,
care, but don't you want a good bottle of wine when you're having to do the next part of unwrapping everything and putting it away? So
yeah,
I'm just saying, realtors, when you have people moving to Arizona, possibly some Arizona wine, maybe some Arizona roasted coffee. There's some people down in
yeah,
Arivaca that do good, so I'm not anti-coffee. Arizona cookies, good, but add the wine in there because your clients probably need it at that point. But when you think about it, I know that you have followers and wine lovers and LDV winery lovers all over the Southwest and around the country, right? So like
right.
Texas. So I kind of feel like your wine represents the Southwest. So I would say if you have friends and family that have been on vacation to Arizona, maybe went tasting with you, and maybe they're in the Midwest in the cold, send them a bottle of liquid sunshine. I'm sorry, I'm in QVC mode. But am I
You
right at
are.
all?
I love it. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. And with a note, I know what a wonderful time you had in Arizona last summer. I wanted to send you a little sunshine with this bottle of wine. Absolutely. So makes them sit back and remember their trip that they had here, and they get to enjoy a great bottle of wine. Or send along a gift certificate, so you're sending a bottle of wine
Oh,
and a gift certificate so that they can purchase more. And
you go, girl.
is a nice add-on, absolutely. But we
Yeah.
have wonderful, chocolates that we can pair with our wines and make a wonderful gift box for people, which is wonderful. We can do that vertical wine set in a beautiful gift box
She wants you to
for
still be sitting up, right? Is
yeah.
this vertical thing? If it was
Yeah,
horizontal, I'd be like, give me wine, feed me grapes. No, I'm
yeah.
just kidding. But
So,
yeah.
we can send a gift certificate to someone for an experience at our tasting room. So a wine and cheese pairing, or a wine and chocolate pairing, or the Linez de Vin wine aromatherapy for winos. Yeah, so you can send an experience to one of your wine lovers on your list that are here in Arizona, or maybe they're visiting Arizona in the future. So you want to give a gift certificate to them. So there's
Well,
so
so
many.
many people go to Scottsdale area, right,
Right,
for vacation, weddings, even college. You got college students going, give them a bottle of wine or like an
right.
experience, like you're saying,
Yeah,
that should be part of
absolutely.
the learning experience is wine tasting too, but not too
Right.
much.
I always like to sit and do a special tasting with maybe there's some young people that have graduated college. They're into their first um, professional career where maybe they're going to be entertaining clients in the future, and they have no idea how to order a bottle of wine or and they're going to be asked to entertain clients at dinner, and will have to order wine for the table. And I love to be able to teach young people about how to
Hmm.
do that and feel confident about asking a sommelier about certain wines and how to order wine in a restaurant, that type of thing. So we could, if people have some young professionals in their lives, that this would be a wonderful gift for them. Learning
Yeah.
experience, something fun that they could do, as well as feel more confident ordering wine in a restaurant.
Yeah, we used to go to refinement school for stuff like that, right? It's
Uh-huh,
like
right.
I don't know if those exist anymore, but I don't know if I want to go to one of those, but I'd rather come hang out with you and learn more about
Exactly.
that and be relaxed, right? Where
Right.
you don't feel like that snobbery thing that can happen in this,
Right.
the world of wine. Wine is supposed to be fun and an adventure, So I love
Right.
these experiences you're talking about, but I do want to go back to purchasing wine for friends. So
Yes.
you may have gone on a tasting experience. Maybe they came into LDV Winery at the tasting room in Scottsdale. They had a wonderful time, and everybody goes home, and your friends go back to whatever state they're in. And you're like, I don't remember what wine they really liked. I just had a good time. you know? So, what is a safe wine to send to people as a gift to represent Arizona wine that should be okay for a a new wine drinker, and then someone who is especially I think people are scared to give wine as a gift to someone who is a wine enthusiast. They're like, oh, I'm
Right.
never going to get it right. So how do we do that?
So, I would suggest starting with one of our whites, like our Viognier. And what we can also include in any of the gifts is information about the wine. So you're not only gifting the bottle of wine, but you're also gifting all the information about that wine. So our Viogniers are very approachable. And then if you don't know what they might like, then I would choose a medium bodied red. So either our blend, which is our RED, or Arizona makes some beautiful blends here in Arizona. So I would do something like that. Or, if you're choosing something that we don't grow, something like a Pinot Noir is a nice, approachable wine that you can gift someone that maybe you don't know what their tastes are, and it's very approachable. Um, now if you have a wine lover that
Mm.
is more experienced with wine, you may not know what they lean towards. I would venture out with a Syrah or our Petit Syrah. They're a little bit bolder, but someone that knows something about wine, I think, would find them very
Oh,
fascinating and
It
love
it
them.
it is I mean, you know how I feel about that, right? It's like these different layers come in and you're just like, okay, this is an experience. This I'm sitting down. This is
Right,
not just sipping wine and having a conversation. This is an experience that everybody needs to be part of, or else just leave me alone with the entire bottle and go away.
right,
It's my
right.
bottle, you know.
Yeah,
So that I do you think it is? I mean, obviously, as winemakers and all the tastings you do and the all that scientific formula stuff that Kurt does as the wizard of wine on the farm, right? But do you think it really is that soil that because
Oh,
I
yeah.
just the Petit Sirah, there's something about that soil. Like I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know. It's like
No,
cake. It's good
oh yeah,
cake.
yeah. No, we are terroir based, so we our wines are so unique because they come from our place. Um, if Kurt made wine from grapes that were grown elsewhere, they wouldn't have our own distinctive
Hmm.
LDV flavor to them because our flavor comes from our soils and our terroir at our location, our high mountain location, the volcanic soils, everything adds to the flavors of our grapes that we grow and then ultimately in our wines. So it's a
Hmm.
special place.
Yeah, I think there's something about that in the Petit Sirah, especially. I don't know why I say that, but it just feels
Oh,
earthy.
it's true.
It's a
Absolutely.
Mother Earth wine. It is. It's a
Yes, it
Mother Earth
is.
wine. So give it to all the mothers in the world
Yeah.
and the fathers too. But
Yeah.
but I just I love that part, and I think it's the wines too for going to a holiday party. Your beautiful rosés, right? So
Oh,
that
gosh,
would
yeah.
be like a perfect hostess gift as you go in,
Yeah.
right? Because it goes well with a lot of the meals.
Right. We do a wonderful rosé of Grenache, which just pairs beautifully with a lot of different foods. And it's a little bit bolder than I think some people might expect from a rosé. I mean, it's like all of our wines, they're not shy wines. So it's a little bit bolder, but it's one of my favorites. It really is, drinks wonderfully.
Well, if you're
So
going to make
our
an entrance, you might as well make a bold one.
Yeah, yeah, or yeah, and that's a fun wine. You send it along with a recipe for, making it a sparkling rosé,
Mm.
which would be fun. Or any of our wines, a gift might be one of our Grenaches and a recipe for mulled wine to go
Mm.
along with it, and that would be a fun gift to give someone.
So it's a personal note attached,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
cool. I like that. I
Mhm.
like that idea a lot. Now, you also have a wonderful recipe that you sent along, and everyone, the link is in the episode notes. Filet mignon with cognac mushroom sauce. I mean, this sounds like the perfect winter, like, you know, yeah, we need that. And,
Yeah,
and a lot of people I know eat like red meat on Christmas Eve. Some do fish, right? But some are
right.
like red meat even for Christmas Day.
Yeah. Christmas Eve. Also, this would be a wonderful if you're having a romantic New Year's Eve at
Ooh.
home. A filet with cognac mushroom sauce would be an incredible, wonderful dinner for New Year's Eve. But cognac, people confuse it with brandy. It is a category of brandy, but it's named from the cognac region of France, which I think is in the southwest portion of France. And so wine made from that region in the cognac style can only be called cognac. And cognac is typically made out of white grapes like
Mm.
Uni Blanc or
Huh.
Colombard or Semillon, but you want that low sugar and high acid. And so this is particularly, this recipe calls for the use of cognac, and it does add that wonderful flavor. It doesn't add the high alcohol or alcohol
Mm.
taste to it, but you cook the mushrooms in a little cognac, and then you finish the sauce with some cognac before
Ooh.
you add it onto the fillets. It's just
Ooh.
incredible. Yeah.
And you can have a little cognac with
And
you
then you
too.
can, while you're cooking it, you need to pour a little cognac along
Hmm.
with it and enjoy it. But this has some garlic, some roasted garlic primarily, a little
Ooh.
brown sugar in the sauce, so it has a little sweetness. You add some heavy cream, so you get that creaminess
Ooh.
and the butter. You can do a variety of mushrooms. So I would do not just the white mushrooms, I would add some baby portobellos
Ooh,
or
I love them.
mushrooms, as well as the creminis as part of it. And this also needs a lot of coarsely black ground coarsely ground black pepper on the
Mm,
fillet.
perfect.
And make sure you're getting the fillet, at least 1.5 inch thick. You want a fairly thick, have the butcher cut it um, thicker, if you would.
Hmm.
It just cooks better that way and doesn't get overcooked because filet doesn't have a lot of fat to it. It's very lean meat,
Hmm.
and you don't want to overcook that.
Hmm.
And with this sauce over top of it is just pretty special.
Delicate. Yeah, this is decadent, you know.
Yes,
And now when you cook, like, so go to the butcher, ask them, don't just pick it up in the grocery, right? Go and get the right
right.
cut. And so
Yes.
are you grilling this in a cast iron, or like how are you cooking it? Because you also don't want to lose the other is a sauce that you can put according to your taste, like how much
Right.
and everything, right?
Right. Well,
So yeah.
you want to cook it in a very hot pan to sear it. So you want to sear the outside of the fillet very quickly. You don't want it to. You just want to get that sear, and it keeps the juices on the inside. And then you finish it in a oven-proof pan in the oven at about 400 degrees, and that's set at that so that you're finishing it to whatever temperature you desire the fillet. But it's not a dish that's going to take a long time. And so while you're finishing it in the oven,
Mm,
you're making the mushroom sauce. So you're sauteing the mushrooms in this pan that you seared the fillets because you want to get all the goodies on the bottom
yes. Yes, we
as
do.
part of your sauce. So you want to scrape those up. You want to put the garlic and the mushrooms and cook that down. Put a
Mm,
little of the cognac in there. Got to be careful adding, obviously, cognac to the pan. You want to take it off the fire to add the cognac. I don't want you to burn down your kitchen and ruin your
no.
evening.
No, yeah. It's like the house is on fire, don't come a knocking, right? No,
Right, right.
no.
No, we do not want to, we want a romantic evening. We don't want a frantic
Mm,
fire in your kitchen. So be careful with the
no.
cognac.
There's fire can go other places. Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
exactly.
Oh,
So
and what would you close? Oh, tell everybody about the wine that you have that would be the perfect ending of this meal.
well,
We
this
want the
was,
naughty one. We want the
yes,
naughty
the
one.
epilogue. And the epilogue is our naughty one that you always love to refer to. But yeah, that is a beautiful finishing wine, after dinner and you want to have a nightcap. I'd open a bottle of the epilogue, and that is on sale also.
You
So
go.
that's on
Yay.
our wine sale is the epilogue, and for $15, which is the half price off, you can get this beautiful 2016 epilogue, which is a petite Syrah and is aged for 5 years. Just wonderful sipper. That's one of those sippers. If you do, or you're dancing on the table,
Sip
after
and
dinner.
smile. Yeah.
Sip and smile. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And have the naughty eyes. You can do the naughty eyes with this. Sip,
yeah,
smile, and
exactly.
naughty eyes, and whatever
But it's
happens
a
after that is not any of our business.
No, but it's a fun evening, a great recipe for that. If maybe you're inviting another couple over for dinner, this would be a perfect
Oh,
meal to
nice.
serve with them and
Mm,
giving them a different experience. I mean, a lot of people have never had cognac, so it's a wonderful way to introduce a different
mm.
wine because it's made out of grape spirits.
I did not know that. And I love cognac. And it started
Yeah,
because of the world of the blues, the blues music.
right.
That's how I got introduced to cognac, was through the
Yeah,
blues. And
yeah.
most blues, people that I know, I mean, I had a friend who had a blues club with James Cotton, the blues player up in Chicago.
Oh,
And no
wonderful.
matter what happened, she had to have Carvassier on hand. Otherwise,
Awesome.
they won't play. You can put whatever money you want out on the table for the performers, but if you didn't have their bottle, they're not playing.
Yeah, yeah. No, cognac is one of those interesting drinks. I mean, a young cognac that's not aged a long time is a little bit sweeter and fruit forward, and so you might pick up some apricot, even some plum, some candied lemon. You know that taste of candied lemons? You might pick that up in a young cognac, but if it's an
Yeah.
older one, you're getting those layers of deep
Mm.
flavors in it that are just incredible. So,
So are we on the same line of sherry?
yeah, kinda. But cognac is more like a brandy rather than a sherry. But it is the difference between brandy and cognac, besides where it's made,
Hmm.
cognac only from that area of France, is also that brandy can be, you can add, it's fermented from all different kinds of grapes, or fruit, all different kinds of fruit. It doesn't have to be grapes. And it could be
Oh,
brandy made out of cherries or some other
that's true. Yeah,
fruit.
apricot brandy. Yeah, yeah.
Right, right. So cognac cannot be. Cognac is made from white grapes grown in the Cognac region of
Hmm.
France. So yeah, and they're also distilled with grape spirits, not other kind of spirits. So yeah,
Huh,
try
what a
some
good
cognac.
education today. I know. Hey,
Yeah,
I love my cognac with pecan pie.
yeah.
I'm not
Oh
allowed to eat with
yeah.
pie anymore, but cognac and pecan pie, they're good buddies
I
and
bet it
perfect
would
for the
be.
holidays. Yeah. And you can still put ice cream on it too. It
Oh,
still
I
goes
love
really
it.
well with all of it. It is cognac and pecan pie. There's just
Okay,
no, I'm serious. There's nothing like it.
I'm trying
It
it.
is it.
Absolutely.
It is, and would be the
Awesome.
perfect ending to this meal, I think. You know,
Perfect.
and I
I
feel
love it.
like if you're going to have a couple friends over, that it like New Year's Eve, you can make your black eyed peas. You got to have that, right?
Right?
To bring in
For
good
New
luck.
Year's Day. Yep.
Yep. Game night.
Yeah. That
I
would be
think
fun.
we have to go back to game night for fun and silliness, you know?
Yeah. I think that's a great evening. Yep.
Yeah,
Let's do
I
it.
love this. I love this.
Yeah.
Well, Peggy, always fun. Oh, wait, wait. Oh my gosh, we almost left out the term of the month.
Term of the month.
And this is
Yes.
important. Tell everybody about decanting. Oh, because this is really
Decanting.
interesting.
It's one of those things that I get asked, why should I decant this? Oh, why do you do decant? Well, one of the main reasons why you do decant is, you know, in a bottle of wine, there might be some sediment. Like in
Hmm.
our big reds, you would get some sediment in it. And so you want to, you decant to take out or let settle that sediment that's in the bottle. And so there are so many different kinds of decanters. And here's one of my favorites. I hope you can
Okay.
see. This
Yeah,
is
yeah. It's
very
pretty.
heavy and very pretty. And what I like about this, and this would be a great gift for someone on your, a wine lover on your list. And they don't have to be expensive at all. They can be, whatever price range you like. But I think the goal, what I like about this one, you see, it is on a slant,
Hmm.
which when I pour the wine in it, I can watch how sediment might flow to it. It'll go to the bottom of the decanter, and we want that to settle out. And so some of our big reds, like our Petit Syrah, the
Hmm.
signature, I like to decant for about an hour before I
Oh.
serve it. So you saw that I took the lid off
Hmm.
from this. So I would pour the whole bottle of wine in here. This holds a bottle of wine, and I would keep the cap off from it and let it sit on the table. So this would be sitting on a table about like that, and let it decant. And then I would pour from the decanter at dinner or whenever, and then I'm watching
Oh,
in the in here so that no sediment enters the glass. And
the
what
bitsies.
this, yep, the bitsies. So what this allows the wine to open up and to really bring out the aromas and the flavors in that wine. So decanting is a fun thing to do. You only need to do it for big reds, in my opinion. You can do it just to do it, but because it looks nice on the table to have a decanted
Yeah.
wine. But that's the purpose of it.
Huh. And everybody needs a big red in their life. Yeah. I'm
Yes,
just saying. I'm just
it's
saying.
and we have a holiday sale to allow you to buy some big reds from
There you
LDV.
go. See, it's all about the big red, and it is the holiday colors,
Yeah,
So just
exactly.
saying.
So
Everybody
if
can enjoy
any,
some red wine. Yeah.
yeah, so they have them call me, call the tasting room. Don't, uh, I don't have it set up where you order online. You can look at what you want to purchase online, but give us a call directly. The phone number is online, and you'll get to talk to me, and we'll figure out what wines you need for the holidays.
Yeah, and if you have questions for friends that you know have certain tastes, but you need to get some guidance, do it.
Yep,
It's fun and it's fun to learn too. So, everyone, ldvwinery.com is the place to go. Celebrate Arizona wine this holiday season because I'm going to tell you, you're going to have a mighty fine time if you do. Thanks so much, Peggy, and happy holidays to you and Kurt.
absolutely. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you for listening to Big Blend Radio's Wine Time with Peggy show. Keep up with LDV Winery at ldvwinery.com. Keep up with Big Blend Radio at bigblendradio.com.